arms fall off, till your abs get hard and your moral of the story.
What the hell is happening, guys? It's Nick Boleto here, back with another video for you all. Arete, episode 12. Basically, this is going to cover all of the lifting that I've done since the meet, or at least all of the lifting that I've gotten footage of since the meet. So, basically what I'm going to start off talking about is just my training, the structure of it, or the lack thereof. So I'm taking a class called the Physiological Basis of Strength and Conditioning, and the majority of the class is exactly what it sounds like, learning the physiology of training athletes. However, we do talk about the actual application of those principles towards training athletes, and one of the things that we talked about a lot is having a defined off-season. So, you know, if you think about professional baseball, for example, if your season ends in October, typically you'll take October and November almost completely off, basically just doing physical activity just to stay in shape, more or less. But your coaches will tell you that they don't want you to hit very often, they don't want you throwing very often, they don't even necessarily want you pushing it in the weight room. They really want you to basically take those days off, you know, maybe doing some sort of physical activity 3 to 5 times a week, just so you don't necessarily detrain. But typically you take, you know, October, November, and maybe as much as half or all of December, depending on where you're at in your playing career. So, you know, you're getting a very defined off season, and you see that across team sports in general, but you might not necessarily see that with individual sports because the competition season varies. So for myself, I just had a pretty serious prep, 14 weeks of very structured training with the conjugate method leading up to the battle on the border. And now I really just want to take some time to just kind of mess around with my training. So I have no structured formal training plan right now. I'm basically just going into the gym and just doing whatever I want on that particular day. So I've been squatting pretty often just because I've really been enjoying squats right now. But for instance, I have only done conventional deadlifts twice since the meet. Once with Mio, which you're seeing here. I went up to MASH Elite Performance in, I think it's around Winston-Salem, North Carolina, but there was a lot of crazy athletes there. But I went and worked out with Mio. I pulled 515 for a single on a deadlift bar there, and then you saw the only other conventional deadlifts I've done since the meet. But I have been squatting pretty frequently. I haven't really been benching much either. Basically just, you know, basic hypertrophy work, trying to train arms once or twice a week, and nothing super serious at all, really. So I've been enjoying that, even though I am still hitting movements that I would typically hit in a meet prep or any sort of stage where I'm actually trying to improve. It hasn't been structured or formal at all. You know, I really have just been going off of feel, doing what I want to be doing. And this is sort of the other big thing that I've been doing. I've been working on Olympic weightlifting quite a bit. Before I get into talking about that, you know, one of the purposes of this Arete series is to try and give back to you guys. Because I really do appreciate the support that you guys give me. You know, I have over 1,000 unique followers now across my social media, so I want you guys to try and be able to get better while I'm trying to get better myself. So the video I want you guys to all go check out this week is the How to Snatch video that BoletoBrigade put up with the owner of Caffeine and Kilos. They honestly did an incredible job breaking down the snatch from the 3 different power positions, talking about triple extension, working on mobility. It was really a comprehensive video, and it's relatively short. It's only 35 minutes, and I thought it was really solid. So it actually inspired me to go in the gym, and basically I just did a snatch only workout. So I did about 10 sets of anywhere between 3 and maybe 6 repetitions of some snatch, mostly from the first position, so from the hip crease, which is the power position in Olympic weightlifting. But you'll see in the next clip I did work on the second position a little bit, so that's just above the knee. and really just trying to, hammer down my form, really working on my triple extension. If you pay close attention, you can generally see that I'm getting a little bit better each clip in triple extension at least. Trying to, just do the best I can. Overall, I had a lot of fun doing the snatch in this workout. I'm planning on hopefully working my way towards being able to, do some Olympic lifting at some sort of a decent level. But overall, just doing it to have fun. It felt pretty natural to me, being a pretty good athlete back in high school. Although I never trained these movements before, I had a very good athletic background. So to do something that wasn't just in the same linear plane, like a squat, like even a bench, like a deadlift, to do something functional, it felt really good. And so it's something I'm going to continue to work on in the future. Even once I do start getting serious again about powerlifting, if I do decide to do another meet, in the next few months, possibly this summer, I don't know, we'll see. And to cap it off, I did some pause squats. These are actually from today. The next clip, you'll see me doing 335, which is an all-out grind. But it is a 20-pound high bar pause PR, and I did these in my Ray-Bans too. I'm going to try and ditch the Strong sleeves if I can, at least while I'm in my quote-unquote off-season. But yeah, that's basically how off-season training's been going. Basically been a lot of squatting, and then just trying to get some volume in on all my body parts, let myself recover as much as I can, which is why I'm not really doing conventional deadlifts. And I'll get more serious about prepping for a meet in the future if I do decide to do one. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.